Thank you. One company is focusing more on its gun business, and small business owners continue to be positive about the future. Jane King has these stories and more. It's today's Business Report.
Vista Outdoors says it will focus more on ammunition, hunting, and shooting accessories. The company said it will explore other options for those items that fall outside of those categories. That could mean a sale of those brands. It will also promote and spend more time on hydration bottles and outdoor cooking products. Well, there's a nursing shortage in the U.S., but schools are turning away thousands of qualified applicants as they struggle to expand class size and hire more teachers for nursing programs. In America, experienced nurses are retiring at a rapid clip, and there aren't enough new nursing graduates to replenish the workforce. Now, at the same time, the nation's population is aging and requires more care. Well, also small business optimism is at a record high. A CNBC survey says more than half of respondents say conditions look good right now. However, some small businesses were concerned about trade policies and how they could impact them. Microsoft founder Bill Gates says President Donald Trump offered him a job, but he turned it down. Gates said in an interview with the Life Sciences website Stat that he discussed the vacant White House science advisor job. But Gates said his time was better spent on helping solve health problems around the globe through his Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Live from the Nasdaq market site in Times Square, I'm Jane King with your business update.
Jane King, thanks so much. Let's take a look and see how stocks are performing at this noon hour. Dow Jones Industrial continues to plummet, down 279 points. It's at right now at 23,884. Nasdaq Composite is slipping as well, down 9 points right now to sit at 7,057. National Small Business Week is being celebrated this week. According to a new survey from the UPS store, the American dream of opening a small business is still alive and well. In fact, 66% of those surveyed said that they had dreamed of opening a small business. Respondents said that the top motivator for opening a small business included being their own boss and believing in their own idea. According to AAA, of the 88 million Americans planning to take a summer vacation, 48% plan to visit a national park. But summer travelers might find prices just a bit higher at some national parks around the country. Starting June 1st, visitors will either pay $3, $5, or $10 more at national parks that already charge an entrance fee. However, 300 parks are free to visit year-round. What women eat could affect when they begin menopause. It's according to a new study from the UK. It showed eating healthier foods, especially fish and legumes, may help delay menopause by an average of 3 years. But women who ate more refined pasta and rice were more likely to start menopause earlier than average. And another new study reveals living close to a livestock farm could help prevent allergies. Researchers in the Netherlands looked at blood samples of about 2,500 adults. Those living 2/10 of a mile from any type of livestock farm were 27% less likely to be allergic to grass, dust mites, or pet dander than those living farther away. Chris?